Hi, it's Jamie from Attle Costumiers here. I just thought I'd do a small video about taking measurements. We're going to do ladies' measurements in this video. If you have any questions about any of this, then you can always email us at Attle Costumiers. The email address will be on the screen. You can also, if you don't know what measurements to take, download the measurement form, which is actually on our website as well. There's also a link which will also be on the screen, which can take you straight there. It's a PDF, you can print it off and then you can actually do it like that. Now when you're taking measurements, we kind of need as accurate measurements as possible. We don't want proposed measurements because you might not get there or somebody might lose a lot of weight. So if we can avoid that, that would be really, really useful. When we go through the measurements, we're going to go through the forms in order. On the basic form, right at the top, it's all the usual stuff, which is name, character, production, and the telephone number or email. If you don't want to put your telephone number on there, you can just put your email address. Another section on the measurement form is about pierced ears, tattoos and allergies. This is particularly good for us to know about tattoos because obviously potentially we might have to get makeup involved if we need to blank those out. Also, in terms of the allergies, it's good if you can actually put in there if you actually have any allergies to washing powder and things like that. That would really help us. And then also we've got height, which we prefer in feet and inches. And now we're just going to go on to the torso. Right, here we are on the torso. We need to do 4 basic measurements on here. We need to do the neck, the bust, the waist and the hips. So if we do the bust first, we just need to get the tape underneath the arms there. It can be a little bit tricky. So we're just literally just taking that measurement there. It's level at the back and it also is going straight across the nipples there as well. Here we have the waist measurement we need to take. Now what we do, we put a tape around the waist because it means we can anchor all the measurements to that particular point. We don't want it down here, which is where your jeans might sit. We actually want it to sit naturally on that indent there on the waist. So if we take that waist measurement now, that goes around there. And then we're looking at the bottom of the tape and that will actually be your waist measurement. Then we need to do the hip measurement. Now the hip measurement goes over the fullest part of your bum basically, and then we can take that measurement there. And then finally in this section we want to do the neck. So we take the neck here and then it's just literally at the base of your neck. Here we're on the back of the dummy. We need to take the nape to waist measurement, which is the top of the spine down to the waist. This is why we've got the waist tape here, because it really makes it much easier for us to measure to there. So to find this top of the spine, what we generally do is put the tape measure around the neck like that, and then usually the bottom of the tape measure, which should actually be a bit lower than this dummy, is where you actually take the measurement from. So let's imagine that is there. We then get the tape measure, put that tape measure there, and then down to the bottom of the elastic or the tie that you've put around your waist. So here we are now on the legs. Now the first measurement we take in this section is the waist to ground measurement. Now the waist measurement is taken from the bottom of the tape here. So literally it is what it says. We literally go from the bottom of that tape down to the ground. Now when you're taking this measurement, don't wear any shoes and make sure that your feet are flat onto the floor. Obviously this dummy is in a very nice position and it's not flat on the floor. The second measurement that we want to do is the waist to below knee measurement. So literally again from the bottom of the tape here, from there down to below the knee. There's a very obvious dent where it is below the knee that you can take it down to. Now the next one is some round measurements. The first one we want to do is the position that you actually took that waist to knee measurement. We want to go around the knee exactly like that. Very, very simple and very straightforward. The next one we need to do in that is the thigh measurement. Now the largest part of the thigh is the best bit to do, and again just literally up in and then just take it around the largest part of the thigh. The final measurement in this section is the inside leg measurement. Now you take that sort of fairly close to the crutch and again take it right down to the bottom, and again that should be with no shoes and flat feet. Right, here we're now going on to the sleeve measurements. The first one we want to take is the sleeve length. which is shoulder bone to wrist. Now, what we need to find is the shoulder bone, which is right at the edge of your shoulder. It's quite a distinct hard bone, which you should be able to find quite easily. If you put the tape measure there, take it down to the elbow. If you have a bent arm on this, it gives a better reading for us, and then take it up to the wrist. Now the wrist is where the smallest part, near the wrist bone, which then will give us a good sleeve length. Now the next measurement is some around measurements like we did with the knee. We're going to go round the bicep. We're in a tight measurement at the fullest part. Then keeping the elbow bent, we're also going to do that measurement as well, and a tight measurement. And then sort of halfway on the forearm, we're also going to do another measurement there. And then when we took the tape measure for the sleeve length, or the shoulder bone to wrist, we are again going to just measure around the wrist in a tight measurement. So the final set of measurements we need, firstly starting with head circumference. Now this measurement goes all the way around the head, but the pieces of the head that needs to go round is this section at the back here, and then continuous all the way around to the forehead here. So remember, all the way around to the forehead at that section and to the back here. The next size that we need is your UK shoe size. It's worth putting on any notes that you have here if you need a half size, or if there's any particular brand of shoe that actually you prefer. If it's a dance shoe, it's always good to put those sizes on as well. The more information you can give us, the better. And now we're on to commercial dress size. Now I know you ladies sometimes are different on the top or on the bottom, so if we can get both of those, they're on the measurement form as well. If you wear commercial trousers, it's always worth you putting that measurement on there as well. We have put that as a section too. And the final one is your UK bra size. I hope all of that has been really informative, and as I say, if you have any questions, then please contact us on the email below, which is actually on the screen. Thank you very much.